Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanealyakimbeauty and this is AOA. In this video, we're going to be doing a full face of Sheglam by Shien. Here is my order. I actually ordered this somewhere around the end of February, beginning of March. It took forever to get to me, and it wasn't Shien that was the issue. They actually shipped it pretty quickly, but then it got delayed because of the winter storms in Texas, which is fine. But once it actually arrived in Memphis, it literally sat for like 2.5 weeks, did not move before it was finally delivered to me. It has been so long, guys, that I don't even remember everything that is in here. I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to go ahead and open it now. I know that I ordered a couple of clothing pieces, and I think I ordered a knotted headband as well as the makeup. Let me go ahead and crack this baby open so we can see what's in it. So we have an eyeshadow palette. We have a liquid blush. We have some liquid lipsticks. Dual-ended eyeliner. Setting powder. Got the Complexion Pro foundation. It looks like it is the right shade. Hopefully it is. Metallic Glow highlighter. Skinny brow pencil. And then we have the versatile flawless concealer. So it looks like I got a full face. I also have 3 t-shirts here. I may drop some pictures in here and show you guys what these look like later on. I also ordered some eye brushes. I got this little set right here, and somehow I ordered 2 sets of these, so I'll probably keep one and then put another in my little basket over here for a future giveaway. It looks like it's there's some pretty nice brushes in here. It doesn't look like I picked up a primer, so I'm going to go ahead and prime my face real quick using my AOA Studios No Pore Primer, and then we will come back and start throwing on this foundation. Alright, so that's what the foundation looks like. It's actually this cute little velvet covering looking all kinds of fancy. There's the foundation. What shade that I picked up? It's called Almond. This is a really, really nice bottle. I don't remember what I paid for everything, but I know nothing was like really expensive or anything. It was pretty reasonable. Sheglam is a K beauty brand. They're not new. They've been out for a while. I've seen a lot of my favorite YouTubers doing a full face of the Sheglam. It's one of those things I've been wanting to do for a while, but I was just never able to get to it before. But let me go on ahead and start pressing this onto my face. I've seen a lot of good reviews for these products. That looks like a good shade match. It's very lightweight. Does not feel heavy at all. I think it's a medium to full coverage foundation. So far it is looking good. It feels really, really good on the skin. Like, I do not feel like I'm putting anything on my skin at all. Alright, so far that is looking good. Let's move on to the concealer. I wanted to read the back of the foundation box real quick before I moved on. It says it's a long-lasting, breathable matte foundation, next level water and sweat-proof formula, free of fragrance, packed with non-pore clogging ingredients like CBD oil. I like that. Now, definitely very lightweight. I do have a nice amount of coverage that doesn't look heavy. The skin looks very even. It looks glowy. It looks healthy without looking like I'm wearing a heavy mask, so that's good. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to the concealer. This is the Versatile Flawless Concealer. I picked it up in the shade C301 FEZ. It says it's a versatile creamy longwear liquid concealer with color correcting shades to brighten the under eye area and conceal trouble areas. Blend and flawlessly conceal your dark circles, redness, hyperpigmentation, age spots, and discoloration with a luminous matte finish. Concealer colors are packed with hydrating ingredients to offer you a light as air feel and buildable coverage for all skin types. So let's go ahead and give this a try. One thing I definitely do not need is more concealer. You guys, I have so many concealers I am trying to work through, but hey, if you're going to do a full face, you gotta have a concealer. This is what the tube looks like. Oh my god, that is a lot of product. How many ounces is this? 0.88 ounces. Man, that is a big tube. There's like no brush or anything on it, so I'm just gonna take it, squeeze just a little bit under each eye, a little bit around the nose area, a little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the chin, and go ahead and start blending this in. This one has a nice warm yellow undertone, which I really, really like in a concealer. I find that yellow undertones work really well to color correct and to really kind of help to cancel out darkness. It's blending out. nicely. I am still seeing a little bit more of the darkness coming through though. It's more like a light to medium coverage. Definitely not full. Let me see real quick if I can build. Just right in this little area right here, that's where I get the most darkness. I just want to see if I can build up the coverage just in that spot. It's brightening, but I don't feel like I'm getting a whole lot of coverage from it. Now we're going to set everything down with the setting powder. This one is in translucent. It is a loose powder. So a powder puff in there. Lovely satisfying sound. Woo! Lots of powder everywhere. I'm going to apply the powder just like I do any other loose powder. Shake a little bit into the lid and then use my sponge to press it into the skin. So it looks very, very white. Hopefully it's not going to be like white on the skin. It's going to just blend right in. It's very, very finely milled, that's for sure. There's a slight glow to it. Maybe I should have gotten like the banana powder or something, because this definitely looks like it's a little light. It's more like a satin matte with a little bit of luminescence. Definitely not a straight matte powder. I might have to bronze up a little bit after this. We'll see. So how are you guys doing out there? You guys doing okay? It is Wednesday, March 24th as I'm filming this. My week it started off really, really well, and then yesterday the 23rd I had my first accident with my new car, my Nissan Rogue that I got last October. I was turning into a parking lot left from the middle lane, and the cars had stopped to let me go. As I was going, a car drove in the far right lane and I T-boned them. Thankfully, both cars were still drivable. Nobody was hurt. Everybody still has all their limbs. I have really good insurance, so I'm having the car dropped off on Friday to get repairs, and then I'm going to be picking up my rental. Not sure how long they're going to have the car, how long it's going to take. I won't know till we drop the car off, but obviously that means that I won't be able to do any Lyft or Uber driving at the time. But thankfully, you know, I got my stimulus and a whole bunch of other, you know, good things have happened. So I'm in a situation where I can afford to take off for a little while. I'm able to kind of handle everything that I need to handle, which I'm very, very glad for, because things could have been a lot worse. All right, after applying it all over my face, I do like the way it looks. It's very, very soft filtering. The shade is just showing, it's not showing translucent, it's showing a little bit too light. There's a slight cast to the skin, but like on camera it looks more white. In person it looks very, very natural. Everything is like blending in really well. Obviously, you know, I'm going to play with it some more, but so far I do like the way that it's looking in person more so than it's looking like on camera right now. Next, we're going to do the brow pencil. I swear everything is like tightly wrapped in this plastic, and it is a pain in the neck to get it out of the boxes. This is what the pencil looks like. It's in dark brown. On one end you have a nice little brow brush, and then on this end you have a really skinny point. This looks very similar to the AOA one that I really like, as well as the one that I picked up from Joe recently that I like. It's very, very nice packaging. It feels really, really good in the hands. Beside the point, but let's go ahead and start filling in. I like skinny pointed pencils. I feel like they're a lot easier to get into your brows and get really precise. And I also feel like they do a much better job of giving you natural looking strokes that look like natural hair. So far, I'm liking this pencil. It is definitely a good shade match. It's very easy to fill in. It's giving me nice, precise strokes. Alright, so far it's looking good. I'm going to go off camera and finish filling in my brows, and then we'll come back and we'll move on to the eyeshadow and the rest of the face products. Alright, so before we go into the eyeshadow, I think I want to go ahead and do the blush and the highlighter first. I picked up one of the liquid blushes. It's a Sheglam Clear and Bright Liquid Blush Highlight, shade 103 Torrid. This is what it looks like. This packaging is just absolutely stunning. Looks like it's a peachy coral shade. Like I said, it had been so long since I made this order, I wasn't sure what I ordered, but that is what it looks like. I have never seen an applicator like this before. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this on my hand. I want to see what the shade looks like and how it blends out. Okay, it looks like it's gonna sheer out pretty nicely. So what I'm going to do is just apply it to one cheek first, just in case it dries down really quickly. That way I can go ahead and get it blended out before I throw it onto my other cheek. This is a very, very pretty shade. Very, very pretty for springtime. Nice and bright and corally peachy. They're definitely the type of tones that I like to use in the spring and the summer. And that is pretty. That blended out really, really well. I have a lot of like cream blushes, but I don't think I have any liquid brushes or blushes. I think this is actually my first one. But that is a very, very pretty springtime shade. And it's blending very well over powder too. So yeah, that's important. You guys know I have oily skin and I set everything down with powder. So if it's a cream or liquid that does not blend well over powder, it's not gonna do me any good. Now we're gonna highlight with the Sheglam Metallical highlighter. This is in Call Me. It looks like it's kind of a light peachy golden shade. Feels very, very nice in the pan. Nice and glowy. Let's see what this looks like on our cheeks. I'm gonna use my AOA Studio highlighting brush here. Start by just kind of tapping it on. It definitely has some very, very light, fine micro glitters in it. I don't think it's very, very smooth. It's definitely more of a chunkier, textury kind of highlighter. Not so much chunky as in maybe a little more glittery. It's pretty though. It's just not my favorite type of formula that I normally like to go for. All right, now let's dive into this eyeshadow palette. This is called the Sheglam Deep Feelings palette. No smoke and mirrors here, just a seriously sultry 9-piece eyeshadow palette with blacks and grays for days, based on our best-selling Dark Side palette, but re-envisioned with highly saturated shades that smoothly transfer to skin and creamy formulas that cling to your lids for long-lasting wear. So this is what the cover looks like, and that's the color story. Just very smoky grays, browns, blacks. You guys, I did not remember at all what eyeshadow palette I picked up when I made this order. It's a pretty color story, not normally what I go for, but hey, you know, let's go ahead and give it a try. So I have 2 sets of eye brushes here to choose from. I have this a little green handle on it. Oh, those are super, super soft. And then these with the black handles. I grabbed a bunch of eye brushes because I needed more eye brushes, mainly like crease brushes, more detailed brushes. I didn't have enough of those. I have a lot of big blending brushes. Okay, this could actually work as a highlighter brush, but it feels really, really soft. All right, let me see what kind of brushes are in here and then go from there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take this blending brush from like the ones with the black handles. This is the blending brush number 7. The brand says Manji, something like that is the name of the brand of these brushes. These I do not know. They don't actually have a brand on these, but let me go ahead and throw this on. I'm going to take Hazy Morning, which is the grayish blue shade. Go ahead and lay that all over my lid. They feel soft. They feel nicely pigmented. I'm just going to lay this all over the lid. It's definitely not a full matte. It's more like a satin matte, but it feels really, really nice. I'm just going to do a very quick smoky eye look with this palette. I'll try to make sure to link everything that I used from the Sheglam website or the Shien website. And this brush is blending pretty nicely too. You know what? Actually, these are Menage brushes too. It says they're right there on the handle. But I'm going to take this one from this set. It's kind of like an angled flat blending brush. I'm going to take this one, go into Decadence, which is kind of this olivey greenish brown shade, and I'm going to blend that directly into my crease. So I'm going to try to focus that just right here in this area. Oh, that is super soft. You see that? The shadow is pigmented. It's blending really nice, and this brush is going right where I want it to go. That's a nice brush. And I know I didn't spend like a lot on either one of these brush sets. I think one was like 10 and one was like maybe 12 or 7 or something. I don't know. I'll try, like I said, I'll try to remember to link it down below so you at least know what I picked up. But this is a very nice, soft brush. It is blending very, very nicely. If there's one thing that's for sure, whenever you have a makeup channel and you're like doing your makeup a lot, one can never have enough eye brushes. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking. That's pretty. I'm gonna go back in with this first blending brush real quick and just lightly blend everything out. I'm going to take this smaller flat detail brush and I'm going to go into Abyss, which is a black shade, and kind of smoke everything out, and then we're going to lay down a couple of these shimmers. So I'm just going to pack this right in the outer corner. Nicely pigmented black. It's not super black, but it's actually nice and smoky. It's actually blending out pretty well. And once again, this brush is blending out very nicely too. This is actually nice for packing on. Like I'm taking it and I'm pressing the shadow on, and it's actually packing everything on pretty well. I like how soft and flexible the brush is. It's not hard. Now I'm going to take Silver Fox with my finger and just going ahead and press on the eyelid. That feels super, super creamy. Look at that. It's like a nice gunmetal gray shade. Okay, that is very pretty. I like that. I think we're done with the eyeshadow. Let's go ahead and move on to liner. This is the Sheglam Expert Dual Eyeliner. So I think there's like a thicker end. Okay, we have, there's a felt tip on that end. Okay, and then this one is a pencil liner. Definitely going to be using the felt tip. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly line our eyes. I definitely am going to do a wing with this very smoky eye look. Okay, this is definitely skipping. It's black, but the pencil is not gliding smooth over my lash line. I'm having to kind of go back over and make sure everything is filled in. It's not tugging or pulling, but it's definitely skipping. So I did not get any mascara or lashes from Sheglam, so I'm going to go ahead and throw on a pair that I already have, and then we'll come back and we'll throw on some lips. I picked up this lip trio. It is a Matte Allure mini lipstick set. There are 3 lipstick shades in here. Let's see, for this look, I think I'm going to go with the deeper nude shade, this one right here. Is there an actual shade name? No, I just see numbers, but I think I'm going to go with this one. This one looks like it's going to be pretty good for this look. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips real quick and then we'll throw it on. Packaging is really pretty for that. Okay, that's actually deeper than I thought it was. It's like a toffee brown. Feels creamy. It's going on decently smooth. Don't smell any scent. It is going on just a little patchy. It's not going on as smooth as I would like. Okay, well, let's go ahead and let this dry down, and then we'll come back, we'll do our kiss test, we'll see what it feels like after it's dried down, see how well it sets. All right, we are back. It's been about 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and do our kiss test. All right, well, it actually dried down completely. There is no lipstick on my hands at all. That is very, very good. It actually feels really nice. It feels a little bit dry, but nothing major. I don't see like any like cracking or anything as of yet, but it did go on a little patchy. It's not as smooth as I would have liked. All right, let's quickly do some final thoughts. First of all, the packaging. The packaging was really nice, except for the fact that everything was so tightly wrapped in plastic. I swear half of this video of me filming was me trying to get the plastic off of the boxes. I appreciate trying to make sure everything is nicely secure, but oh my god, it was a feat in itself just to get the plastic off of everything. First, the foundation. I actually really like this. I feel like it blended really nicely. It looks really good on the skin. I love the fact that it came in this little velvet bag. The packaging feels very, very luxurious. I think this was $14. Like I said, I'll make sure that I link whatever I can, but so far I'm really liking the foundation. Concealer I didn't like so much. I mean, it looks good. It blended down very nicely. I felt like it did brighten, but it didn't really give me the coverage that I was looking for. Even now, I can still see a little bit of darkness in the inside here. This might be something that I use more as a foundation than an actual spotty concealer. Wasn't a bad product. Not my favorite though. Setting powder. I really did like this. The only negative is that it's not, it says it's translucent, but it doesn't blend translucent. It actually leaves like a slight cast on the skin, but it looks very, very nice. It's very blurring. It's very smoothing. I do like the overall finish. I wish I'd gotten it in banana though instead of the translucent. Usually I like to get my powders in translucent, but this one was just, it's not quite translucent. It was a little bit too light on my skin. I absolutely loved this cream blush. This was very, very nice. The packaging, first of all, it is so absolutely beautiful, and it blended very nicely with skin. Just gives me a nice, healthy, peachy glow. I'm going to love this in the springtime. The highlighter, however, didn't really like. It says it's supposed to be like a nice, smooth, glowy powder, but I felt like it was slightly chunky, definitely glittery, didn't go on smooth. I don't know, I'm gonna try it out a little bit more to see what I really think about it after playing with it more, but just from first impressions, I didn't really like this formula. The brow pencil was nice. I did enjoy this. It didn't go on as smooth as my AOA brow pencil or the Draw one that I've been enjoying, but it's a nice brow pencil. The eyeliner, nice and black, but it did skip. It didn't pull or tug. Definitely skipped though. I had to kind of go back over the lines just to make sure everything was filled in, but not a bad product. The eyeshadow palette was actually really nice too. All these shades blended really, really well. I'm not unhappy with everything. I like the way the look came. Is this going to be like my end-all favorite be-all eyeshadow palette? Probably not, but it is a nice formula. I did enjoy it. And then the liquid lipsticks. The shade that I used was this one. Like I said, there's no shade names on it. It looks nice. It does not feel dry. It actually feels pretty comfortable. I just don't like the fact that it didn't go on very smooth and even. Like you can see, you know, like where it kind of missed some spots. The brushes that I used, these I really did enjoy. These were nice and soft and fluffy and just blended everything in really, really well. All right, guys, that was my first time trying out Sheglam. I'm glad that I finally did. It took me a while to finally be able to do this video, but I'm glad that I did. There were definitely some hits and misses in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you would like to see a clothing haul. I've thought about doing a Shein clothing haul in the future. Let me know what you guys think about that. If it's something that you would like to see, I might go ahead and put in an order and do a clothing haul later on. If you like these types of videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, I would love it if you hit subscribe and join my little family. And if you'd like to be notified of any videos that may be coming up in the future, just be sure to tap the notification bell down below. You'll be notified each and every time. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.